tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'?
What's poppin', family? Shout out to Arcadia Softball. I'm repping today with their hoodie. And even though spring sports were cut short, we've got great memories, don't we? And we're gonna make new ones with some national championships coming to Arcadia next year. I've been thinking a lot about Zoom bombers. People have labeled them as pranksters suffering from boredom, but let's be real. They're hate mongers. Their ailment is a lack of understanding about how interconnected we all actually are. That there's so very little that actually separates us, as the coronavirus demonstrates. And even with the differences that do exist, we can grow and we can learn from one another. So today I bring you another recipe. It's not kimchi fried rice this time, but I hope it brings you some comfort when you think about all the nastiness that goes on in our world. The dish is Indian spaghetti. Yes, I said it, Indian spaghetti. A fusion dish for sure, a fusion that happens in our daily lives. We're blending our cultures every time we interact, even through video conferencing. And what better way to fight against hate than to think about the reality of how culture operates? People whose hearts are filled with hate need our love now more than ever before because they are sick and they must be hurting. Whatever the reason for their hate, we've got to spread love because love binds us all together. And I'm hoping today that we find love in our food. And in the same way that our cultures are mixing and blending all the time, in a very small way, we're going to fight back against hate today with a reminder of our polyculturalism through Indian spaghetti. You know I like to keep things simple. Here's some soy sauce, some hot sauce there, some vinegar, paneer, which is cheese curd, Indian fresh cheese. You've got some spaghetti and some sauce. Now, I'm not going homemade here, so whatever spaghetti sauce you like to keep it simple. A little bit of butter, that's actually my secret ingredient. Some chilies, you got a couple of chilies, it's gonna spice it up for sure. And that's what the paneer looks like before you cut it up. I'm bringing that spaghetti to a boil, and then I'll be ready to add that spaghetti to all the sauces. Now, my wife told me never to do this, but you need to be sure the spaghetti's cooked. There's only one way to find out. When it sticks to that ceiling, success. Don't tell my wife. Now, if you're wondering why I'm tearing up and crying, it's because I just cut some onions. And now I'm gonna put this onion mixture with some garlic, some of those green chilies, and fry it up. Love that sound. Love that poppin' sound. You know that's my theme today. Everything's poppin'. Now I'm gonna add that vinegar, that soy sauce, and that hot sauce little mixture that I made before. Add it in to those onions and green chilies. And then I'm gonna add, remember I'm cheating a little bit, the spaghetti sauce. But everything I just put in there is gonna spice it up and make it Indian spaghetti. Now, these two ingredients I didn't have on the master list, but it's turmeric and coriander. You probably don't have it at home, but if you do, or you want to go out and get it, definitely add some to your sauce here because it will give it some real Indian flavor. Now, one of the last elements of the Indian spaghetti recipe is, of course, the paneer. And I've tossed the paneer in some salt, some pepper, some of that coriander, and some of that turmeric, but you don't have to do that. Really, olive oil is all you really need with some salt and pepper. And now I'm gonna fry it up. And so you wanna cook that paneer until it's golden brown. You can see I'm doing a really good job, and it's definitely popping. You gotta be careful that it doesn't splatter all over you and hurt you, but it's gonna taste so good over that spaghetti in just a minute. So now is that beautiful moment where I take that spaghetti and I put it into that spaghetti sauce, that special sauce that we made. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you what the final product looks like. And I am proud and hungry. Now, I know it's hard for you to resist the temptation to go in there and just eat some of this up, but doesn't that Indian spaghetti with paneer cubes look amazing? Now, I made a real mess in this kitchen, but this dish is totally worth it. I'm going to have to get that stain out of the ceiling soon. Don't try that at home, kids. But this has been a real joy to spend some time with you. Now let's work together to fight against hate and build our dishes together and inspire one another.
Oh, my wife came down and saw me.
No evidence. What's poppin', family? Shout out to Arcadia Softball. I'm repping today with their hoodie. Even though spring sports, blah, blah, blah.